as you get into this comfortable spot, I want you to go ahead and whisper to yourself that you're safe. If you need to create a bubble, you go ahead and do so. And before we dive into today's meditation, into understanding our emotions and releasing emotions that might be heavy within us, we're going to go through a cycle of breaths and really just push out any anxiety that's in our body or anything that's holding us back from being here in this moment. And so I will count with you as we do 3 rounds of breaths. We're going to take a deep inhale in. And exhale out. And if you want to exhale through your mouth, go ahead and do so. And this time when we inhale, I'm going to count to 3. And then when we exhale, I'll count to 5. So inhale for 1, 2, and 3. Hold your breath for 1 second. Now go ahead and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And one more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As we go through today's guided meditation, if you feel like you're being swept away from your thoughts, bring your awareness back to your breath. You can even count your breaths just as we did, or you can count inhale 1, exhale 2, to bring the focus back into the present moment. And you might be observing your thoughts, or maybe even getting attached to some of them. I want you to just bring yourself, bring your consciousness one step behind your thoughts. So imagine your thoughts are just floating away like clouds. You're just observing them. And if there is a particular emotion that comes up as you are observing these thoughts, I want you to become aware of it and try to locate if that emotion is anywhere in your body. Maybe some of the thoughts that are floating by, maybe they're not your thoughts. They could be other people's thoughts that you've been interacting with. We're going to do a body scan to feel out if there's any emotions that we need to release. But before we do so, I would like to invite the beautiful white light to guide us. And so let's bring our attention to the top of our head, where our crown chakra is located. And I want you to imagine that you are now, your consciousness is now observing you sitting in your chair, on the floor, however you're sitting right now, however you're placed. Your consciousness is just viewing you. And now it travels up to the top of your ceiling, top of your roof, all the way up to the clouds, to the sky, looking down at your town, looking down at your state, traveling upwards, looking down at your country, and now just seeing Earth as a planet. Your consciousness is now in space. You're amongst the stars, and it travels even further out into the universe until it reaches a place where all you can see is this white platinum light. And this white platinum light is infinite. Your consciousness is completely surrounded by it. There's nothing else here. It's just your consciousness and this white platinum light. And I want you to invite this light back to where you're sitting. So slowly, with your consciousness, you bring this light back into the universe, into space, above Earth, into the atmosphere, into the sky, above your state, above your street, your town, right above your ceiling, your roof, slowly entering into your ceiling on top of your head. And just imagine that white light is like 4 feet or 3 feet above the crown of your head. And slowly it enters into the crown of your head. Imagine that there's a portal on top of your head, and it's slowly just entering into there. And as it does this, your whole body is now illuminated by this white light. You can see it shine from within, from your head to your throat area, down to your heart. And as it illuminates your heart, it expands everything within, clears out any stagnant energy, traveling down within your arms, your hands, coming back into your stomach area, traveling further down into your pelvic area, down into your legs, all the way to your feet. And this white light is coming directly from the source of the light, source of the energy, source of all of us. And so you are completely safe now to dive deeper into releasing any emotions that are holding you back. And so let's go ahead and ask our higher self, our soul, what emotions do I need to release today? What emotions need to be released for me to move forward today? Sit with this question for a few minutes or seconds. Trust that the first answer that comes up is true. And lastly, let's ask higher self, soul, what emotions do I need to transmute these emotions to? As we release these emotions, we create space within ourselves. And so if there is an emotion of anxiety or anger or resentment or guilt or shame, we can actually transmute these with the light that is now illuminating within us and around us to anything we want. We can transmute it to love, to joy, to happiness, fulfillment. And as we're diving deeper to understand the emotions that need to be released within our body, within our consciousness, within our emotional body, if you need to take some deep breaths as you do so, as you're releasing these, go ahead and do so. And so if you've identified an emotion, I want you to just imagine with your exhale, this emotion releasing from your body, from your emotional body, your physical body, your consciousness. And even more, let's take this emotion and place it in a basket. So we place it into this basket. I want you to imagine that there is a hot air balloon right next to you. And you take this basket and you put it into the hot air balloon, and you pull the string to release the hot air balloon into the air, and you're watching this emotion slowly being released. You've now let it go. And whatever emotion you want to replace this space with, I want you to take a deep breath in and imagine that space being filled with that emotion. And in fact, we can even bring the beautiful illuminating white light into the space to fill it up with that emotion. And if there's one more emotion that needs to be released, let's go ahead and imagine that basket. Again, place your emotion into this basket, place it in the hot air balloon, and watch it be released. And if there's any emotions that you're carrying that are not your emotions, that you've identified as not yours, because often we carry other people's baggages and we don't even know. Often we carry other people's thoughts that we're interacting with. We might even carry their emotions. Somebody else is feeling angry. You might not necessarily have felt that anger, but it gets you riled up. Let's go ahead and imagine that basket. Place that emotion in the basket, but we're going to actually transmute this emotion into higher vibrational emotion. And so if it's anger, we can change it to happiness, joy, or love. And we'll take a deep breath in and out. And as you do so, just imagine that lower vibrational emotion that you've placed in there, whether that be anger, resentment, guilt, whatever it may be, being transformed into love, joy, happiness. And this time, we're going to place this basket into a hot air balloon, and we're going to send this emotion back to the person that we have picked up this emotion, this energy from. And so I want you to imagine the hot air balloon floating away to the person, and this person receiving the love, the joy, the happiness, whatever the emotion was that you sent them. And you can do this as many times as you want in one sitting. And I will give you a minute or so just to imagine if there's anything else that needs to be released, transmuted. Beautiful. And now, before we exit out of today's meditation, we come back to our surroundings. I want you to imagine that white light around your body, and we're just going to do a quick body scan just to release any pent up energy that might be in our body. So imagine this white light in your toes and your feet. You can wiggle your toes if they feel heavy, releasing any pent up energy there. Travels up into your shins, your knees, into your thighs, into the pelvic area, within your lower stomach, into your stomach, right below your chest, in your chest, around your heart, in your shoulders. You can move your shoulders if they feel heavy, down your arms, into your hands. You can wiggle your fingers, back up into your throat, around your mouth, around your nose, around your eyes, within your third eye area, your forehead, and right back to the crown. And take a moment to just be grateful for this white light to guide us today, to be here with us, and to help us with releasing any emotions, transmuting any emotions that we needed to for today. We'll thank our higher self and our soul for providing us the messages that we needed for today. And if there is anything else you need to do, go ahead and do so, whether that is setting an intention, saying an affirmation, and we'll take a deep breath in and exhale out. Once more, a very deep breath in and exhale out. Last one for today. Deep breath in and exhale out. Now, when you feel called to, go ahead and open your eyes. I thank you all so much for joining today. Peace, love, and light. Namaste.